Hey you, it's Bia the Prophet here, and I'm ready to guide you through a Law of Attraction reading. Welcome and welcome back. I appreciate each and every light being joining this meeting. Follow me now in this infinite moment for a message for the collective and individuals. Set an intention for this meeting. You already know what you want the reading to clarify. You attracted this reading, and I am cooperating with you. It's mutually beneficial. As I'm pulling the cards, use your intuition as well. Let us know any additional connections you made in the comments below the video. And the collective will benefit from the collective intuition. This is a body, mind, and spirit message addressing the basic human needs for self-actualization aligned to the 9 chakras. Let's start with why Spirit has called this meeting. We already have the Magician falling out of the deck very early on. I'm getting, I don't know, it's a feeling that I've felt before, but I can't place my finger on it. The Magician is about having everything that you need. And normally the Magician is depicted with all of the tools in the 4 suits. But in this deck, the Magician has a feather, or I guess you would call it a quill, because there's also a bottle of ink there, and he has a book. He has a wand though. It's a teeny tiny wand compared to the wands that are in this deck. And what I always notice about this card is he's doing, and they have a name for it. I've heard it on TV. It's like the only word I know in my culture is bubblegum. So he's doing bubblegum magic above it. It's like flare. So something that's meant to make you say, ooh, ah, like that. Just simple magic to catch your attention. But below, with his finger that is lit up, if you can see that, with his finger that is lit up, he's doing actual magic. He's coloring the flowers like God would, like a god would, or something like that. The god of flower colors, when they used to have all those gods for different things. There's one God, but we're all a part of that one God. So we all have our talents. We all have our abilities. Some of those are soft skills that people take for granted, if you will, and some are skills that you put on your resume. And although what you do every day is primarily driven by these soft skills, it's the, I guess, hard skills, objectives, observable skills that people really notice and pay you for. They don't notice the work that it takes to produce. So this is the energy that Spirit is wanting to bring into focus and have you understand. You have everything you need, and the real magic is in your soft skills. The real magic is also in your words, because you can see, I don't know if you can see, his magic is colorful. It's not just colorful for the flowers, it just happens to be colorful. And you can see here across the book where he's been doing his writing is also colorful, but this magic is just yellow, or it's more of a chartreuse, I would say. But look at the, if his magic is the color, he has the support of experience, knowledge, wisdom, you know. So he takes up more space. That's how he's supported. So without attaching gender, he's also levitating this block. I just noticed that. What is the symbol? Like, this flare magic is so, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, because I noticed this magic, I noticed this magic, I noticed this magic, but I didn't even notice that he's levitating a block at the same time. So he's doing all of these things at once. Well, he's not writing right now. Or maybe he is. Maybe he's like writing with his mind. We don't see him writing. There's no evidence of him writing. So, but he's multitasking, to say the least. Oh, he even has like an orb of light around. He's not inside of it. It's kind of like backing him up, but he also has a secondary orb around his head, like a halo. So he definitely has all the tools he needs to do a lot of magic. He has a lot of talents. What you need to be a success will manifest. The cards are kind of quiet today. I feel like I've been shuffling for a while. Oh, this might be a good time to tell you guys that I moved to a new place, and I thought I had everything all set up so that the channel wouldn't be affected, but I guess Spirit had a different plan. None of those videos uploaded. They, you know, there was just like all these error messages once I got all unpacked and, you know, comfortable. And, you know, when you go to a new space, you have to fit everything in and find new organizational strategies and all of that. And then I thought, oh, well, everything's set to go, so I can just do this worry-free. And then when I looked, it was not set to go. So then there was a time where no videos came out for the channel. And so, but I did have the videos. And so I just went with Spirit's plan and scheduled those videos without any problems. And so now here I am in my new space that is similar to the last space, but not the same. I do enjoy it very much, but it takes getting used to, of course. Okay, so we have in the position of the mind, the Nine of Water. This is aligned to the Earth Star Chakra, which is below the feet. And it's what you're meant to acknowledge. This is the current focus of your mind. Is, the Nine of Water is about dreams becoming reality. I'm gonna go this way. It's so funny, when I was shuffling, doing the pre-shuffle, this card came out and I thought, wow, I haven't seen that card in a long time. It hasn't come out in very many of the readings. So I thought that was really interesting that it came right back out. Anyway, so you're meant to acknowledge a wish. What's the magician doing? Stay still. A wish that has come true is what I am getting from this card. And I'm actually, my eye keeps being drawn to this, this cup back here. In the back, it has the symbol for health in the cup. And so it could have been a wish with regards to your health. And I'm also drawn to the cup with the eagle. So also the eagle represents freedom. So I'm being drawn specifically to those two cards. So I'm getting the message that something that you were wishing for is around you, is your reality right now, and you're meant to acknowledge it and be grateful for that. Or something else. I'm getting a song. It's Pink's song, so I'm hearing the lyrics that say, pretty, pretty please, if you ever feel that you're I can't hear it. What? I'm trying to think if I know the lyric. I can't think of the lyrics at all, so it's not meant for me to tell you. Perhaps you should listen to the song. It came in for a reason. It might be to have you listen to Pink sing it, because that's who should sing the song, not me. And then in the position of the body, this is aligned with the Gaia chakra, which is what? The chakra connecting you to the earth, as the crown chakra connects you to the ethers. The Gaia chakra connects you to the earth, and that is how you have source running through you. We have the Eight of Water. So this is what you're meant to trust. Seeing more from life than what you have experienced. Seeing more from life than what you have experienced. I don't know why I'm noticing this, but I am. So I'm going to tell you. So this trunk is lockable, right? But it's open. He's leaving and the trunk is open, but the lock is locked. It's almost like he absentmindedly locked the lock without closing the trunk. Have you ever done something like that? I know I have, where you did something, but you didn't do it the all the way or the right way or something like that. And then he's kind of like scratching his head like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. And so he has his sparkly valuables. He's leaving. He's leaving it open. The dog notices. He is just, I guess, trusting that it'll be okay. And he also just he took one cup with him, but he didn't even close his bag to secure it. So why are these cups in a lockable trunk if they're not valuable? And if they're valuable, then why is he being so careless with them? One might ask. And the message is seeing more from life than what you have experienced. So perhaps you're being too careful with valuables, not necessarily material, but anything that you value. Too careful with your value, not your value of yourself, your value of other things or things that you value. Too careful. Then we have in the position of security, which aligns with the root chakra. This is how you feel. So, unlike the character in the Eight of Water, you are feeling at ease. So, you're not wondering if you're forgetting something. You feel at ease, at peace. And then in the position of health, which is aligned to the sacral chakra, we have the Ten of Water, which is one of the happiest cards in the deck. So the sacral chakra is the creative chakra. This is what you care about. So what you need to take care of, either nurture or cut out. Obviously, you'd want to nurture the happily ever after card, but let's see. This is talking about people you can trust. So maybe I didn't misspeak because these are clarifiers for this card. When I said your value, you're being too careful with your value. I did a slip up and I didn't want to send the message out that you should value yourself less. But I think with these clarifiers, what is meant by that is kind of being closed off to new friendships and stuff like that. So you're at peace and you have people you can trust around you. And this was your wish. You are the magician with everything you need. You made a wish, but perhaps now that you have it, you are not like opening yourself up. If you wished, for example, maybe you were in a toxic environment surrounded by toxic people and now you're not. And these are the people that you wished for from those toxic people, from that experience. But perhaps you're still holding on to the toxic people, the experience, not wanting to open up and invite these relationships in. In the position of esteem, which is aligned to the solar plexus chakra, this is what you do. This is your best quality and skill. The Queen of Air is brilliant. She's experienced. She's humorous. She's judgmental, but I would like to say that's not a bad thing to be. It's not always a bad thing. It depends on your intention. So a judge is judgmental, and they are supposed to sift through the evidence and make a final ruling. Generally, I guess depends on what type of case it is, but they make the final ruling as to what is going to happen. So the queen is she has good ideas, and she is efficient with her words. And then in the position of belonging, align with the heart chakra, so how you create the love you need, we have the Six of Air. And remember, these cards are clarifying this card. This card represents the Six of Air, an end to challenging times. Things looking up. So perhaps that was your wish, an end to the challenging times, and an opportunity to be who you are. And that's okay with the people around you. A good fit. This queen is right now experiencing that kind of wish, where she has an entire shrine dedicated to blue butterflies. Let me get these cards. And then a blue butterfly lands on her sword when she raises it. I wonder what she's raising her sword for, because she's sitting down. Like, I don't know what can happen, what you can do with a sword when you're sitting down, unless she's just hoping to catch a butterfly, which it's not like there's a lot of butterflies around. So, and the sword is dangerous, like it's sharp for a butterfly to land there, but the butterfly did land there, and she was holding the sword. Maybe the light attracted the butterfly. Maybe it's just a regular bug and attracted to light, like all bugs. I don't know. The point is, it's like a dream come true. And then somebody, like if this really happened, and then somebody caught the picture, somebody captured the moment. So that makes it like 10 times more awesome that this happened to her. She loves blue butterflies, always has, and she always will now. So I don't know, perhaps you'll see a blue butterfly, and that will let you know if this reading resonates for you. And then in the position of the actualization, in line with the intuitive chakra, in line with the throat chakra, which is, this is how you express yourself in the actualization. So balance, a balance of doing your work, or doing what you came to do, I should say, and socializing. Doing what you came to do and socializing. Like seamlessly, I was going to say streamline, then I was going to say seamlessly, and then I almost said streamlessly. Streamlessly? What if it was streamlessly? He has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the earth. So that's feeling and the physical world, the feelings and the physical world. I was noticing the magician's halo, and it's like a bubble. It has the colors of the bubble, but the balance card has a halo around his head too, but it's not colorful. But he's still doing magic. He's doing a different kind of magic. Or he's doing magic in a different way. The magician is using his hands, possibly in his mind, but the archangel on this balance card, he is using, he's alchemizing, that's too many cards, this rainbow out of nothing. Like, what can be in the cups that he's making the rainbow out of? They have to be like nothing, like maybe water and earth. Could be water and earth. And he's letting us know I'm using half water and half earth to make this rainbow. Rainbows are made out of water and the sun. How does the earth play into it? Well, let go of ego is what has come out. Let go of ego. So your ego, you need your ego. Some people are like, I'm going to kill my ego. No, don't do that. You need your ego, but you just have to balance your ego with your intuition, with your higher self, or temper your ego. Because your ego moves you forward. Without your ego, you would just be, you and your inner being, and you would just be in full bliss in whatever situation you happen to be in. That's how I think some homeless people, they don't seem to want to have homes. They seem happy in their situation. And, you wonder, how can that be? But you can be happy in any situation. Like, think about, what's that movie, The Suicide Squad, where, if you've seen the movie, Harley Quinn was in prison, and she's in this maximum security prison where she's in a cage in the middle of another cage, right? And people can't come close to the cage, and she is in there living her best life, hanging upside down. She's reading books, she's meditating, she's living her best life. She is not letting that situation get her down. So regardless of the situation, happiness is within reach. It's your right, it's your birthright. You can have it, but you might want more than happiness. So you can have happiness, and if you have happiness first, you're more likely to get the other things. But you can get the other things either way and sacrifice the happiness, or you can have everything you want. If you can realize the things you want are always all around you, you can focus on them and increase them. In the position of the answer aligns with the intuitive chakra, we have the Queen of Water and the Three of Earth. This is what you're meant to see, what you're meant to learn. The Queen of Water is loving and compassionate. She's psychic. She can be self-sacrificing, but I don't really recommend that. Sometimes something that seems like a self-sacrifice isn't really a self-sacrifice, especially if you didn't want it. Like if you're like, oh, Susie, you can have the last bagel and you don't really care about bagels, then that's self-sacrificing, but not really. I agree with that. But, and then we have the Three of Earth, which is talking about doing what you love. So you can do what you love and be loving and compassionate. I heard nice. So for me, nice and kindness are two different things. They look like the same thing, kind of like words that sound the same but have totally different meanings, because nice is doing something so people will like you. Kind is doing something because it's the right thing to do. And so while they're not mutually exclusive, they have different intents. I feel like I'm kind, I'm not nice. If it's a choice between my happiness and someone else's happiness, then I just choose my happiness, because they're connected to the source like me. They're responsible for their own happiness. I'm responsible for my happiness. And if I'm not responsible for it, then who is? Who's working on that? So I work on it all the time. So the point is that nice and kind are not mutually exclusive, and there is an overlap. There are things that can be done that are the right thing and cause people to like you. I personally don't recommend being nice because for the reasons I said, but also because there is a very fine line between being a superhero and being a supervillain. And I believe it is the confusion of people liking you or what other people think about you and all that kind of stuff. The villains don't care. The heroes do. But sometimes the hero can do villainous things because the people still like them. You know what I mean? So you have to be careful. That's when you have to let go of your ego and make sure that you're doing the right thing and not the popular thing, or you know what I mean? So all of this is kind of coming together when we talk about well, for me it did. The let go of ego really made sense after I started talking about that, the difference between kind and nice. So the people who are around you, and I don't, the situation is different from whomever is collected here, but there is a situation that you're in that you wished for, and the people who are around you, you can trust them, and so you can be nice to them. You can doing the right thing is nice to them. Okay, thank you. And that's what I have for now. Take this message however it resonates for you. Look forward to the components of this message showing up in the coming hours, days, weeks, in different ways. That's just how the law of attraction works. Until next time, remember, you and you alone create your reality. Enjoy.